Hello everyone and welcome to our practice. Today me and Eleni will be co-teaching a class. It will be a flow to yin class and I'll be teaching the flow portion and Eleni will take over during the yin portion. You will need a blanket and 2 blocks for sure. A strap might be handy, but you can also just use a scarf or something. We're going to start seated. So come to sit up on your blanket, Eleni, and we'll find Tadasana. So think about like a diamond shape, Baddha Konasana, but move your heels away from your pelvic floor. So it's like pretty wide, and you're creating a diamond shape through your sacrum and your heels. And then really gently, we'll start to fold in. So think about your heart moving away from your hips and fold inwards. You can bring a block nearby and grab onto it if you want to rest your head on it here. And then see if you can move your elbows in front of your shins and start to really drop your head down. So this pose is called Tadasana, star pose, and it's supposed to represent a 6-pointed star if viewed from the above. So start to drop into this pose, get heavy through your sits bones. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your head, and just start to tune in to the rise and fall of your breath. Let's take a deep breath in together in through the nose, and a slow exhale out your mouth. Now inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold the breath in for 4 counts. And exhale for 4. Now hold the breath out for 4. You can keep this Kamavriti pranayama equal ratio breathing going at your own pace. Inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding the breath out for 4. If you want to increase the length of your intervals, you can always do that. So in our practice today, we will be working with the energy of transition from winter into spring. So the Vinyasa part, the more yang part of our practice, will be focused on turning inwards and connecting to inner wisdom, gaining clarity from within, like when we do in winter months. In the yin portion of our practice, we'll be focusing on opening up. So preparing ourselves for the blossoming, the springtime energy. So as you move through your Samavriti pranayama today, maybe think about how that transition of turning in and blossoming out is relevant for you in your life. Do one more round of Samavriti here. Now take a deep breath in through your nose. And let something go out your mouth. Just a few more breaths in this deep turning inwards, forward bend. And see here if you can bring your awareness into the back of your body. So notice the space right above your spine. And feel it balloon up towards the ceiling. So you're sending your breath to your lower back, mid back, and upper back here. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Last one. Let it go. From here, start to press your palms down onto the earth. And stack your spine one vertebrae on top of the other. Go really slow as you rise up. Now you can just cross your legs and come to sit in Sukhasana. You can remain propped up on a blanket here. And the mudra we'll use, this practice is called Matangi mudra. So you'll interlace all of your fingers together, so the index finger and thumb connect. And then you'll straighten the middle finger. And then you can bring this mudra right up in your heart. So this mudra is thought to be really good for cleaning the space within, cleaning the internal world, so you can integrate to the outside world, to the world around you, your friends, your community, in a better, more non-violent, more loving way. So it's kind of like spring cleaning for the internal system. And it's also used to connect with your intuition, to the wisdom within. Take a deep breath into this mudra. Exhale down into the base of your spine. And we'll breathe in for Om to open up our asana practice. Om. Just letting those vibrations sink in. And from here, really slowly bring your hands behind you, feet forward, and lift up for an altar pose. You can move your blanket out of the way. Gently lift your hips up high. Inhale here. Exhale, let out a lion's breath. Clean your throat. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lion's breath. One more time. Inhale, lift them a little higher. Exhale, lion's breath. From here, really slowly press down through your heels and slide your butt so that it's in between your wrists, so straighten through your legs. Yeah. And then lift your hips a little higher. Press your palms down onto the earth. Inhale. Then on your exhale, lower your hips. From here, plant your feet down onto the ground. And then start to lift your hips up for altar pose one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Then on your exhale, lower your hips down onto the earth. Keep the right leg lifted. Start to bend into the right knee and bring the knife edge of the right foot up on the left thigh. And then you can move your hips from side to side. Relax your neck behind you here. Open up the throat. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next breath in, come back to center. And then you'll step the right foot towards the left side of your mat. Come to sit up tall. And we'll twist towards the right side. So you can reach the left arm up towards the sky on your inhale. Then on your exhale, bring the left hand on the outside of the right knee and just roll the right shoulder blade open, coming into an early Ardha Matsyendrasana. On your inhale, lift your heart up. Imagine your spine lifting up. Then on your exhale, see if you can just twist a little deeper here. Close the gateways of your core, so notice if the ribs are coming out, pull them back and breathe in. And then on your breath out, you can gently let the twist go and grab onto the outside edge of your right foot with your right hand. And then you'll just carry the right foot open towards the right side and come into your Janusirsasana. Bend into the right elbow, reach the left arm up and overhead. Inhale. Then on your exhale, plant the left palm behind you, reach the right arm up and the right hip, and both hips up, coming into Stargazer. Breathe in. On your breath out, gently bring your hips down onto the ground and rise your arms up. Inhale. Press the pelvis down onto the earth on your exhale. Inhale, lift your arms up. Then exhale, forward fold as you hinge through the hips. So take a wide-legged forward fold with the left knee bent in instead of folding over your right leg as you would in Janusirsasana. Inhale here. Exhale here. On your next breath in, really slowly start to walk your hands back towards your feet, your left foot. And then we'll come into altar pose from here, so you can bring your hands towards the back of the mat and plant both of your feet down onto the earth. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, the left leg lifts, one-legged altar. Lift your hips a little higher, breathe in. And on your breath out, you can lower your hips down onto the earth, start to bend into the left knee, and bring the knife edge of the left foot on the right thigh. Plant your palms on the mat firmly and start to wiggle around here. You can drop your head to the back, take some circles with your neck, with your hips. Allow it to feel good. Inhale. And exhale. From here, you can step the left foot towards the right side. Reach the right arm up, breathe in. On your breath out, hook the right elbow on the outside of the left knee and find your Ardha Matsyendrasana. Use your breath in to elevate the spine. Use your breath out to squeeze the belly, ribs towards each other, and roll the left shoulder back. One more inhale here. Exhale, twist a little deeper. From here, on your next breath in, grab the knife edge of the left foot with the left hand and open the left leg out towards the left side. Janu Sirsasana. You can bend into the left elbow, place it on the left thigh, and reach your right arm up and overhead. Ground the right hip, breathing in. Then roll the right hand behind you, spiral the left toes in, and lift your hips up for stargazer on your breath out. Inhale. Exhale, you can lower your hips down onto the earth. Rise your arms up high, breathing in. Hands come to heart center, breathing out, and you fold. Nice. Engage through both of your leg muscles, so hug them in towards the bones, and then pull your left toes towards your left hip. See if you can expand your heart further forward here, and slow down your breath. From here, you can start to walk your hands back towards the right ankle and bring your hands behind you, feet forward. Lift your hips up for a neutral altar pose. Inhale. Lion's breath on your exhale. And gently bring your hips down onto the earth and come to meet me in a tabletop pose. If you would like to place a blanket under your knees, you totally can here. It might be a nice support. Do you want it, Eleni? Okay, you're good. And come into a tabletop. And start to draw some circles with your hips. You might even play with the idea with moving through a cobra and a downward facing and a child's pose here, really circling the hips around the mat. Yeah. You can even add your neck, your ribs into it. And then find your way into a neutral tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. From here, you can reach the right leg out towards the right side. So really kick it out and then place the right foot down. Make sure that there's equal weight through your hands. Inhale, lift the right heel up. Exhale, lower. And then start to lift and lower the right leg, really activating the inner right thigh here. Squeeze all of your leg muscles into your bones and imagine this movement originating from your lower core. One more. The next time you come down, you can sit your hips back and find the one-legged child's pose here. Relax the inseam of the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, press your hands down onto the earth with more power. Inhale, shift your weight forward into a one-legged tabletop with the right leg out. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift the left arm up towards the sky. Open the chest up. Then on your exhale, you can bring the left hand under the right armpit, bring the left temple down onto the earth, and find thread the needle here. You can even move the right arm up towards the front of the mat like Eleni's doing. You could totally stay here. But if you feel like lifting the right leg up to play, you could. And if you fall, it's kind of fun, and embrace it. Woo! Yeah, Eleni. You just get right back into it. Okay, wherever you are, gently bring the right foot down. Plant down through the right palm. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, plant the left palm down. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, step the right foot through. So just use your core to pull the right foot forward. Eleni, you might want to readjust onto your mat. And then you can reach the right hand back behind you. Maybe you grab onto the left foot here. Keep bending into the right knee. And then think about pulling your left rib towards the right rib to open your chest up and engage your core more. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, nice and slow, you can let this go and straighten through the right leg. Come into your half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana here. Become aware of your right heel. Press it down onto the ground and back towards the left. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. From here, bend into the right knee. Shift your weight forward, breathing in. And then slide the right knee to meet your left on your breath out. Inhale, shift your weight forward over your wrists. Then exhale, lower down chest and then chin, so keep the heart open. Inhale, rise up for a cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Maybe it's just a tiny one for this first one. Then on your exhale, press down through your hands, roll through your knees, and find your way into a child's pose, Balasana. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From here, plant your palms down onto the earth. Shift your weight forward into a tabletop. And then you can kick the left leg out towards the left side in a straight line. So the inside of the left foot is in line with the right knee. You can bring your left foot down first. Feel into it. Even your hips out. Inhale. Exhale. And then you can play with lifting and lowering the left ankle. Trying to keep even weight through your palms. Really press the floor away from you. Yeah, so nice. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Next time you lower the left heel, you can stay there. Lower your butt towards the right heel. Find a wide-legged child's pose. Really press down onto the earth. Feel the inner lift that creates. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Plant your palms. Shift your weight forward into a tabletop. And then lift the right arm up towards the sky. Breathe in, open your chest up. Then on your breath out, you can slide the right arm under the left armpit. Bring the right temple down. Find thread the needle. You can walk the left hand towards the front of the mat. Press onto it. You could hang out here, or maybe play with elevating the left foot. Woo. So it's really big for the inner thighs. Maybe you like pulse it up there. Woo! So strong, Eleni. Then when you're done, you just bring the left foot down onto the ground. Yeah. Inhale, the left arm lifts. Exhale, step the left foot forward, come into a low lunge twist. Yeah. And then maybe you reach back with the left hand to grab onto the knife edge of the right foot here. And then spin your heart up towards the ceiling. Move the left hip up, right hip down. Yeah. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Then on your exhale, you can dive your hands forward, straighten through the left leg, come into your Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. And then become aware of your left foot. Press it down onto the earth and back towards your right. And feel your heart move forward, hips back. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, bend into the left knee, inhale. Left knee meets the right, exhale. Shift your weight forward over your wrists on your breath in. And then lower down chest and then chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, come into Cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, plant your chest down onto the ground, plant your palms, roll through the knees, touch the toes, hips go up and back for a downward facing dog here. Take a deep breath in. The lion's breath out. Set up your down dog and focus on the connection between your palms and the earth. So press all of your finger pads down onto the earth and then pull your thumb towards your index finger to get engaged through your shoulders. And imagine that I was trying to come and lift all of your fingers up away from the mat. And I shouldn't be able to. Like, I cannot lift Eleni. So I got one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Come into your forward fold, Uttanasana. You can bend your knees and allow yourself to really turn in. Maybe you give yourself a hug. Connect opposite elbows on the back sides of your knees or your shins or your thighs. Yeah, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From here, you can let your hands go. Find a halfway lift. Use your inner core to rise up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend your knees and start to rise up all the way, coming into Urdhva Hastasana with your arms reaching up towards the sky. You can even find Matangi Mudra here, straightening through the middle finger. The seal of wisdom, the seal of the inner cleanse. Breathe in. Exhale down into the roots of your feet. From here, you can bend your knees, sit your hips back, and find your way into a chair pose, Utkatasana. If you want, you can let go of your mudra, or you can play with keeping it. Try to move your shoulders towards your hips. Your weight moves down to the heels. Then you can sit your hips a little lower and lift your heart higher. Breathe in. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now ground down through your feet and start to roll your spine up, one vertebrae on top of the other. And find your mountain pose here. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. From here, shift your weight onto your right foot. Pick the left knee up so it's in line with the left hip. So for this flow, we're going to go around the mat. So we'll end in the back of the mat. Breathe in here. And on your breath out, really slowly, step the left foot behind you, bend into the right knee, and find Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. You can find Matangi Mudra up and overhead if you want to here. And think about wrapping the left hip forward, the right hip back. So your hip creases are in line with the two corners of the mat. And bend into the right knee a little bit more. Ground down through the knife edge of the left foot. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, use your leg lines to straighten your right leg and come onto the right heel. You can pick up your toes. Inhale. And then on your exhale, you'll turn the right toes towards the left side and pull Matanagi Mudra into your chest. Breathe in. And then on your breath out, open your arms out wide. Turn the left toes towards the back of the mat and find Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2, facing the back. So you're in your heel to heart alignment here. And really squeeze all of your leg muscles in. Breathe in. Relax your shoulders towards your hips on your breath out. From here, flip the left palm up and back and reverse your warrior on your inhale. Gaze towards the left fingertips. And then on your exhale, you can bring the left elbow onto the left knee and reach the right arm up and overhead. Move the left hip forward, the right hip back. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, start to turn the right toes forward, so pick up the right heel and bring both of your hands on the inside of the left foot. You might want to wiggle the left toes out towards the left side, and you'll find lizard lunge right here. You can drop the right knee down. So it's a big opening for the hips. Think about shooting your chest forward, your hips back, shoulders back towards your hips, and then relax your face, relax your neck here. Inhale. Maybe on your exhale, you come down onto your elbows. You start to move all of your awareness inwards into the inside of your left hip. And see if you can use 3 deep breaths here to create some space within. If your body wants to go deeper, you can always go deeper. You can also use blocks under your palms for this one. From here, when you're ready, you can plant your palms down onto the earth, lift yourself up. And we're gonna play with a variation of lizard that I'm gonna demo over you here, Eleni, so they can see it from the front. So if you're on your elbows, you will bring the right hand towards the left ankle, and then the left hand is gonna sneak under it. So you're kind of crawling under yourself there. And then when you get into that, you can play with bending and straightening the left leg. So you're moving from a lizard to a Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits, starting to create a lot of space in the left hip. And then when you feel ready, you can unravel, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee up, inhale. And step it back to a downward facing dog at the back of your mat on your exhale. Take a slow breath in. Let it go. Inhale, shift your weight forward into your plank pose. Then on your exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, hips go up and back. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of your mat into a forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Now bend your knees, sit your hips back, find Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale here. And then exhale, gather everything up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Now shift your weight onto your left foot, reach the right leg up. Inhale. And then on your exhale, really slowly, you can step the right foot behind you and come into your warrior one. Keep bending into the left knee here. Wrap the right hip forward, left hip back. And then maybe Matangi Mudra rises up and overhead. Ground down through the knife edge of the right foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to straighten through the left leg, come onto the left heel, lift the left toes, inhale. And then turn the left toes towards the right side, pull the mudra in, exhale. Breathe in. Warrior 2 to the front of the mat. You can bend into the right knee, expand through your arms. So the legs are as wide as the insides of your wrists here. Feel the wrists move away from each other and then drop the tail, lift the head, bend into the right knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Flip the right palm up and back to reverse your warrior on your inhale. And then on your exhale, the right elbow can come onto the right knee. The left arm can reach up and overhead. And then this time you move the right hip forward, left hip back to feel that rotation through your chest plate. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now really slowly start to spiral the left heel up, bring the left hand down onto the ground, slide the right toes towards the right side of the mat, And find your unique expression of your lizard lunge. The left knee can come down here. And start to relax the front of the left thigh. And if you want to come down onto your elbows, you totally can here. Getting really heavy through the shoulder blades, the neck, and the face. And you'll have 3 deep breaths now moving into the right hip. So send all of your love, all of your awareness there. Now when you feel ready, we'll move into that variation where you crawl under the right thigh. So bring your right hand in the back of the right ankle and come onto the left forearm. Now you can reach the left hand towards the right ankle as well, grabbing it with both of your hands. And then you can play with bending and straightening the right leg here. Really practicing this movement of crawling under yourself, of going inwards. Really seeing what's in the internal world and connecting with that. One more. And then you can start to unravel your body, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, breathing in. Downward facing dog on your breath out. Inhale, shift your weight forward into your plank pose. And then exhale, chaturanga if you want to take it. Roll yourself open for an upward facing dog. And then shoot the hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And then child's pose, you can bring your knees down onto the earth. The forehead can meet the earth. Take a few breaths here to connect back to your breath. Connect back to your awareness of the back of your body. The awareness of your hands, your fingers. Then we'll do one more round of that flow. Adding on, we'll go a little faster. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. From here, plant your palms down onto the earth. Shift your weight forward into a tabletop. Then tuck the toes, shoot the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward, inhale. Step or hop to the top of your mat on your exhale. Whee! Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. It's time bend your knees and start to rise up into Urdhva Hastasana. And then hands come to heart center. Shift your weight onto your right foot, pick up the left knee, breathing in. Step the left foot behind you on your breath out. Find Virabhadrasana 1. The mudra reaches up and overhead, breathing in. And then on your breath out, you can straighten through the right leg. Turn all 10 toes towards the left side. Pull the mudra into your heart, inhale. Then warrior 2, facing the back of your mat. On your exhale, bend into the left knee. Flip the left palm up and back to reverse your warrior. Then extended side angle, maybe this time you go a little deeper, bringing the left hand on the knife edge of the left foot. So you're continuing your exploration of crawling under yourself, really turning in. And then the left side of the waist can move down, the right side can move up. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From here, let your coming under in your extended side angle go. Press down through the left foot and rise yourself up into reverse triangle. So you're opening the left side of the waist. Look up, inhale. Then on your exhale, you can bring your arms out to a T. Reach as far forward as you can. And find your way into your Trikonasana triangle pose. So in your triangle pose, bring your awareness into your feet. Notice the pinky toe edge, the big toe edge, and the heel of the left foot, and press all 3 corners down so the inner left arch lifts. Now pull the left heel back towards the right and open your heart up. Think heart forward, hips back, inhale. And then on your exhale, bend into the left knee, reverse your warrior. Inhale here. And then on your exhale, we'll move into Ardha Chandrasana. You can swing forward. Eleni doesn't have space, so she's going to step back a little bit. Yeah. Then you can find the block under the left hand here. Trying to find one straight line from the left wrist up towards the right wrist. And then really engage this top leg. Breathe in. On your breath out, really slowly, you can step the right foot behind you. And we'll come into a lizard lunge with the left knee bent. Yeah. So crawl under yourself, but this time keep the right knee lifted. So find a really strong, engaged lizard. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then crawl under yourself. Bring the left hand on the knife edge of the left foot. And now play with straightening and bending the left knee with both of your legs straight. If this is a lot for your hamstring and it doesn't feel safe in your body, you can always do it with the knee down. Just skip it. The next time you bend into the left knee, uncrawl, and then step the right foot forward next to your left in Malasana. So the toes can point out, the heels can turn in. You can sit your hips back. Maybe find your mudra right up in your heart space, pressing your elbows into your inner thighs. Finding a really stacked spine here. Breathe in. Breathe out. So nice, you can hang out here. If you want to play with crow pose, it's kind of right there. You can plant your palms down onto the earth. And try to bring your knees into your upper arms. Look forward, shift your weight forward. And then maybe you pick up one leg, maybe the other. And find Uddiyana Bandha here, the upward flying lock of the navel. So pull the navel in and up, inhale. Then on your exhale, step or shoot it back through your chaturanga. And we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Lion's breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, inhale. Step or hop to the new top of your mat on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now ground down through your feet, really slowly start to rise and stack your spine, one vertebra on top of the other. Then reach your arms up, inhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Open them beside you on your exhale. Shift your weight onto your left foot. Pull the right knee in towards your chest. Breathe in. On your breath out, find your warrior one. Step the right foot behind you in a 45-degree angle and then lift the right hip forward. Inhale here. Exhale, turn all 10 toes towards the right side. The mudra comes into your heart space. First you straighten the left leg. Nice. So let me engage your leg. And then you turn all 10 toes towards the right side and pull the mudra into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Find warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, facing the real top of the mat. Inhale, flip the right palm up and back. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. This time the right hand can come down onto the ground maybe, and maybe it meets the knife edge of the right foot, so it moves under and around you. Then ground down through the left foot. Rotate the heart up and hug the left arm bone back so your wrists are in a straight line. Inhale here. Exhale here. From here, you can start to unravel yourself, press down through the right big toe, and then gather yourself into your reverse triangle, reaching the right arm up and overhead. Get long through the right side of the waist. Inhale. Then on your exhale, you can bring your arms out to a T, reach as far forward as you can with the right hand, and slowly descend into your Trikonasana. And now become aware of the big toe, pinky toe, and heel of the right foot. Press it down onto the earth and pull it back towards the left arch. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, when you feel ready, you can start to bend into the right knee. Lift yourself into reverse warrior, breathing in. And then on your breath out, we'll find Ardha Chandrasana at the top of the mat. So you can shift your weight onto your right foot, maybe grab onto your block, elevate the left leg. Hug all of your leg muscles into your bones and spiral the left hip back, right hip forward. Whew, breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, really slowly, you can step the left foot behind you and find lizard lunge on the right side. The left knee is elevated. Both hands are on the inside of the right foot. Squeeze your hips in towards each other. Awaken the inner thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now you can crawl under the right thigh with the right hand and play with straightening and bending into the right leg with both of your legs straight here. So you're shifting your weight forward and back. And then the next time you bend into the right knee, you can unravel and step the left foot to meet your right in Malasana. Sit your hips back, heels are in, toes are out, your spine is stacked here, maybe a block under your hips. Take a deep breath in. Breathe into your pelvis. Inhale up to the crown. Exhale down into the pelvic floor. You can hang out in Malasana or play with one more round of Bakasana, planting your palms down onto the earth and bringing your knees into your upper arms. Yeah, if you're playing with crow, play with slowly shifting your weight forward, bringing your big toes to touch and really pull your heels towards your butt. Engage Mula Bandha, find a lift through the pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha, navel pulls in and up, so nice, so you're flying. And then shoot it back or step it back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, inhale. And then step to the top of your mat on your exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So grab your blocks, if they're far away, and place them to the two sides of your mat. And then from here, from your forward fold, just play with lifting the left leg up and behind you. And step the left foot behind you, come into a pyramid pose. So find a pretty short stance, 45-degree angle with the left foot. Then you can plant your palms down onto your blocks if you would like. Then even out your pelvis. Imagine the right femur bone pressing back into the hip socket and even out your hips. Ooh. Take a deep breath in. On your breath out, relax your lower back, mid-back, upper back, and shoulders, and really practice this sensation of turning inwards. Yeah, if you would like to take the bound pyramid variation, you can reach back for the inside of the left knee here and connect your palms together. If you need to step your left foot in a little bit more to make that happen, that's okay as well. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. 2 more breaths in this shape. Breathe into your back. And then you can slowly let this go and rise up. Lift your arms up, inhale. Open to the left side on your exhale like we've been doing. So bring your palms into your heart. And then we're going to turn towards the back of the mat. So you can straighten the left foot forward, find that 45-degree angle with the right foot. Now we're taking pyramid pose on this side. So we're just switching sides. And set it back up. This time pull the left femur bone into the hip socket. And drop the right hip slightly to lift the left. And then you can relax your lower back, mid-back, your shoulders, and the back of your neck. And breathe into the back of your legs. And if you want to take that variation where you give yourself a hug, you can reach your arms back to grab onto the outside of your right thigh. Sending yourself all of your love, all of your compassion here. 3 deep breaths. When you feel ready, you can let this go and gently stack your spine, rise up. Inhale. Turn yourself open towards your right side now. Exhale. Now find a wide-legged forward fold. You can pigeon toe your toes in, heels out. Nice and slow, hinge your hips back. And grab onto your blocks. And place them like in the arches, like in the same line as the arches of your feet, but in between your feet. Yeah, nice. And then take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Really settle into your forward fold here. You can allow your whole body, your head to hang. Now from here, we'll move into our arm balance, Tittibhasana today. So you'll press your palms onto your blocks and then bend your elbows like chaturanga and bring your thighs into your upper arms. Sit your hips back. Find Mula Bandha, lift of pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha, navel pulls in and up. And then maybe you play with lifting one leg and then the other here. Nice, Eleni. Squeeze your inner thighs onto your upper arms. Breathe in. And then you fall eventually. So you can play with that as long as you want. But we actually want to meet sitting with our legs in a straddle on the ground. So allow yourself to fall eventually. And you can always pause the video and hang out with that shape more. Your body should be really prepped for it. Now we'll move into Kurmasana now, which is a pose of like really turning inwards. So you can bend your knees like Eleni is doing and sneak your forearms under your shins, under your knees. Yeah. Then plant your hands down onto the ground. So your legs are literally over your arms here. And then if it feels safe, you play with straightening your legs forward, opening your hands and lowering your whole chest down onto the earth. You can always use blocks under your third eye, under your heart space here. Now really start to go within. We'll be in this shape for a minute or two. Really start to turn your awareness inwards and notice what's present in your physical body, in your mind, and your spirit. And I will let you know when it's time to move out. A few breaths in this shape. Start to connect with that inner knowing, inner wisdom within. And see if there's anything you need to know, any message that's coming from your internal landscape into your awareness here. And trust whatever the first thing that pops up in your mind is or in your heart without really thinking about it too much, just trusting whatever comes. When you're ready to move out of this shape, go really slow with it. Plant your palms down onto the earth even more. And really slowly start to move yourself out of it. Be sliding your arms up and away, your heels move back. And take a moment here in your straddle or close your legs. And then you can cross your legs and come to sit in Sukhasana. Enjoy the stacking of your spine. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. From here, we will move into the yin portion of our practice. And I will be handing the mic over to Eleni to lead this part.
Come join me on the mat, Leyla, in our Sukhasana pose. And those of you at home practicing, if you want to grab some water or a blanket, socks, an extra sweater to stay super cozy during this part, now's your chance. Start to just drop into this posture once again. If you want a little support with a block underneath your glutes, you can take that now. Let the knees stay nice and open and wide. You can let the hands rest facing down on towards the thighs. Start to take a deep breath in through the nose and just one out the mouth. Let's do another one. Inhale through the nose. And then this time make an S sound when you release. Come back to your natural rhythm of breath. Allow it to float in, fill you up, and roll right out. And we're going to move into our pranayama practice called Bhastrika breath, but we're going to take a slower variation of it. You can take your hands and you can kind of gently hover them near your ribs. And then as you inhale, through the nose, puff up your chest, and then exhale. Let the hands gently decompress. Maybe you squeeze your belly button out to exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Open up, fill up in all dimensions, front, forward, back, and sides. And exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can take the biggest breaths that you've taken all of class, and as we start to dive in deeper to our yin practice, we're going to embody the opening up. We turn inwards, we've got to that wisdom now, so what are we going to do with it? How are we going to express it outwards? Fill up the space with your wisdom, your kindness and gratitude. Couple more. Getting fuller with the breath, with the self each time. And as you exhale, imagine roots growing in deep. And as you inhale, imagine your favorite flower blossoming open to the sky. And begin to slow it down even more. And then on your next breath, just let the hands rest back on towards the thighs or on the earth. Take a deep breath in here. And let it go. Inhale, bring the shoulders towards the ears, and then roll them down the back. Take a couple of these, and then go forwards with the roll of the shoulder. And then we're going to come to lay down on our backs with a block. We'll take the block at the medium height. And if you need any support of a blanket underneath the head here, because we'll be coming into a little bit of an inversion, the head will be below the heart. You'll take the block and you'll rest it on the mat. Then you can come to have a seat on your hips. Hands will come behind you. You can slowly start to let the bottom of the shoulder blades, bottom of the ribs, start to rest on the block. Now adjust the block to whatever height feels best for you. And if this is a lot on the neck here, you might want to use a blanket or a block underneath. You want a blanket or a block?
Blanket.
I'll fold it twice.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So we all have different shapes, size, bodies, needs, and from day to day, this can be a little different. Adjust the block, blanket, hips as much as you need. And you can stay here with the soles of the feet flat on the earth, or you can start to extend them long and forward. And you're gonna slowly come to rest in this posture. Palms are gonna face up towards the sky. Relax the hands by your sides. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. So every time you exhale, imagine anything that is touching the block or the earth to decompress and release downwards. And as you inhale, imagine all of your cells, the lungs, the chest, the throat, opening up towards the sky. Blossoming open. Start to relax your heels. The toes can flop open to the sides if that feels comfortable, releasing the top of your shins, bottom of calves. Imagine that there's two really heavy stones, smooth stones, right in the palm of your hands. Unclench the glutes, the jaw, the ruffling of the eyebrows and eyelids. And really soften the lungs, the space in between the ribs, right underneath the belly button and above. Letting the block be all of the lessons that you've learned, the earth being all of the nourishment that you receive from yourself, from community, from earth herself. And let this interconnected play with self and gravity hold you. Give you a space. You belong here. We've got about another minute in this posture. So with the heart cracking open towards the sky, what is the offering you want to give yourself, your community, through your wisdom? Expression, knowing. Start to deepen the breath once again. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up the lungs. Open mouth, exhale. See if you can release a little heavier onto the block, onto the earth. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly start to lift the head, pull the chin in towards the chest. You can even reach your arms above you if that's comfortable, or even grab onto the neck. Ground down through both of your hips, hands come towards your sides, or that was smart, Leyla, you can grab the blanket, the mat too. And come to the soles of the feet. From here, we're going to take the block out and the blanket out from behind you. And we're gonna come into a bridge pose on our back so you can slowly recline, and we'll take a supported version of this. And at home, I always mention, if you don't have a block, books, an old shoebox, Even a bag of rice is a great companion for this support. You'll ground down through the heels, lift up the hips, and slide the block under to where it's comfortable right by your sacrum, that triangle-like shape in between the hips. You'll have the heels directly underneath the knees. You'll ground down through the soles of your feet and let the back of your thighs kind of rest towards the heels of your feet, relaxing the hips, relaxing the quadricep muscles at the top. The shoulders are supremely grounded here. You can relax the underarms, the armpit area, let that relaxation release eventually lead to the side of the ribs, the back of the lungs. And again, here we are, finding our support with the earth. With our building blocks. Keep the breath nice and present here. You can even rest the hands on the belly, or one hand on heart, one hand on belly. And as you slowly begin to really let the thoughts and the outside world go in our yin practice today, you'll return back to that. But for right now, you, your breath, the mat, is where your presence lies. Tiny micro movements here of balancing towards one hip and then the other might feel good, or one shoulder and then the other. Staying really grounded and rooted through the crown, the back of the head, and maybe lifting the top of your head a little bit away from your throat. In our wonderful class before, we were coming into ourselves, fully folding our shoulders down towards the knees and thighs and reflecting inwards. Here we are doing the complete opposite. We are opening up into the world around us, allowing us to receive, allowing us to feel, allowing us to have space of room to breathe, and breathe into that new space, muscle, thought that was created from our wonderful guide, Leyla. Whenever you're ready, you can release the hands by the sides. You'll slowly ground down through the hands, ground down through the heels, start to lift the top of your hips towards the sky. Your tailbone will slide off of the block, and you can just slide the block to the side. You can slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. You can rest the hands on the belly, on the heart. And then whenever you're ready, pull your knees into your chest. You You can just sway to the left and to the right on the lower back, hugging the knees. You can make some little circles with the hips, circles in your knees in the sky, an infinity sign, or your name in script. Getting fancy. And then rock and roll the length of your mat and fully come to lay down on the belly. So flip-flop. However you'd like to get there, move nice and slow. Lay down on the belly, let the arms go out long for a full pranam. You can bring the hands together here. You can press the palms or find a little lotus, a padma mudra, where you are truly blossoming open. And see if you can press your pinky fingers onto the earth, the top of your wrists, your hips, your thighs. Make it a little active, like press yourself down, extra hug into the earth with the muscles and bones. Take a deep breath in, keep that engagement. And then on your exhale, relax everything. Full devotion to the earth, full devotion to self. Breathe in towards the back body here. Lengthen your heels away from your glutes. And then whenever you're ready, slowly walk your hands in towards your ears. Come down to your forearms into a Sphinx pose. So the whole forearm will be down. You'll rest the palms onto the earth here. You can lay down on a blanket underneath the hips here. Leyla, let me know if you want one. You want one? Okay. Or a bolster pillow. That might feel really good and supportive. You can also find a little restorative action here with a block underneath your forehead if that calls to you. The elbows will be very slightly forward in front of the shoulders just to let us relax into the collarbone, the throat, the shoulder area a little bit more. And then start to melt your heart down and forward. So you can watch its creation, its opening up. Release and unfurrow the eyebrows, the tongue from the roof of the mouth, maybe the lips part slightly. Let gravity do its thing, pushing down the back of your ears and head and cheek area. Soften the space in between the shoulder blades, leading towards the heart. And if you feel any pinching or tightness in the lower back, that might be a signal to wiggle your hips a little further back or bring the chest and shoulders a little bit more forward. Unclench the glutes. The places in your hips where the muscles connect to the bones. Breathe in through the nose and out. Send some love towards the soles of your feet for holding you up all day long, for carving out your path and your footprint. And as your whole back body faces the world right now, think of yourself being protected from everything you've learned through your journey of life, lessons that are going to come to you, things that you will conquer through your breath and your openness, the ability to turn your back to what's happening, to then face it head on with an open heart, open mind. Advocate for self, advocate for those in need. Whenever you're ready here, slowly press down onto the earth with your hips and your forearms. Lift the chin off of the block, or just start to gaze upwards. Really press down through the hands. Maybe you lift the chest and the heart up. Maybe even the hips start to lift up and you're fully expanding forward. Sphinx that's awake. And then very slowly take any block or things out of the way. Come to rest with your hands on top of one another, forehead resting right there. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. From here, just lift your forehead slightly off your hands. Send your arms out to the side for a crocodile posture. Here, you're going to come up to the tips of your fingers. You can imagine that there's little cupcakes or your favorite little treat underneath. Really press down through the fingers. Let the shoulders start to relax down towards the earth, feeling these support beams of the arms. And then inhale, start to lift the head off the ground, the chest off the ground. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bend into your left elbow. Drop the left shoulder down towards the earth. Yeah, I thought we were going to do boop, boop. Our little crocodiles. And then take the other one. Crocodiles or alligators. Lifting the chest, bouncing the shoulder and the lung right down towards the earth. Giving support to the muscles that hold on to the arms and expand our doings forward. Whenever you feel complete, come back to center. This time, stack the other arm on top. Let the forehead rest. You can kick your heels into your glutes here and sway side to side, rolling out the ankles, freeing up the lower back. It's a great one to do just when you wake up also. And then you'll release the legs out long. Bring the hands towards the low body and very slowly come through the bend of the knees to a balasana, a child's pose. So for this one, you can do the knees together to give a little bit more support to the opening of the chest and the lungs. And relax your shoulders down towards your ears. Send the hips towards the thighs. And we're in a restorative class here, so you can take a blanket in between your chest and the thighs, or thighs and knees. You can take a block underneath the forehead. Or even a pillow in between the thighs. And resting the heart on it. And this is your friendly reminder to breathe into the back body. Being extra cautious about the practice of the breath being in the back. You can keep the hands grounded here through every single one of your fingers. Here, I want you to send some gratitude to yourself for all of the things that you have already accomplished with that internal wisdom. And you can celebrate any small thing in life. Sometimes I'll celebrate if I push a door that's a push or a pull. I do it right. Something so small like that. I'm serious. Layla's laughing over here, but it's true. Being able to honor the times where you have realized that you have learned or guessed right. Whenever you're ready, slowly start to lift your chest off of your thighs. You can walk your hands in. You can bring your hands to your knees here and take a couple of seated little cat-cows, waking up the spine. And then we'll recollect our blocks here, our props. And we're going to find a restorative fish pose variation. So again, each body might be a little different. Today I'm suggesting placing one of the blocks at the lowest height and the other one at the highest to really catch your head. It's going to be a little bit of a softer version of the other posture we did on our back with our block in between the shoulders. Leyla, how does this height look for you? Do you usually do something different?
No, this is great. Sometimes I put the block on the medium setting, but this will feel good since we're pretty open.
Cool. And so yeah, that was it, if you got to hear that. It was Leyla giving us her knowledge, her wisdom from her practice. So whenever you're ready, start to recline the bottom of your ribs onto the block, rest the head onto the other one, and let the arms come out wide. You can relax the hips onto the earth and bring the soles of the feet down here. You can even find a Tittibhasana and Kurmasana, our reclined bound angle posture, and sending the hips forward towards the feet. Take a deep breath in here. Did I do something wrong?
Okay, I'll cut this, and I was just saying we can probably end it here.
Oh, you want to?
I think so. I think it's like a good show.
Okay. I thought I said Tittibhasana and Kurmasana wrong.
No, you did it right.
My Sanskrit teacher. And give applause to my Sanskrit teacher.
Don't call me a Sanskrit teacher.
It's not what she is.
We'll cut this.
Okay. Should I just drop you in Shavasana here?
Mm-hmm.
We have the half pigeons though. You're like done.
Things get that.
Okay.
Like it feels pretty complete in my body.
Okay.
And I think it's been like 2 hours.
No, it hasn't.
Really?
I hope my phone's still working. I hope this mic's still.
I know, just
Okay,
just
we're
wrap it
done.
up.
Let's wrap it up. Okay. You'll take a deep breath in here. Exhale it out. And you can hang out here for the remainder of class. This can be your Shavasana. You can always have some support underneath the knees as well. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth, the top lip that connects from nose and down. Relax the chest, the sternum, your intercostal muscles in between each rib just turning into jello. Let the breath flow and swirl around in the belly and in the lungs and anywhere it touches inside, giving you a little bit more space. And for a short little meditation today, if you want to visualize a flower inside the heart space or at the crown of your head, in its tiny little bud-like beginning of a shape. And every time you inhale, you're breathing in water into the flower, into its roots. And every time you exhale, you feel the warmth of the sun nourishing the flower and its growth. Slowly, with enough breath and sun and water, your petals of the flower start to pop open one by one, dropping out a beautiful color, a beautiful pattern, texture of self. And as each one of your petals start to open up, imagine different people all over the world experiencing the same feeling, all the different flowers in each person's heart. They're petals of wisdom coming together. Whenever you're ready to come out of your meditation, invite the breath back in. Start to roll out the wrists, the ankles. Let the breath come in a little faster, like a cleansing rain. And then very slowly, you're going to roll off towards your right hand side, using your bicep as a pillow right off the blocks. Take a moment here and send some gratitude into the earth for holding you in this body for this lifetime, for our teachers who have cultivated this practice from Southeast Asia and beyond, and to the Tongva people that have cultivated the land of Los Angeles, California, where we are currently resting and growing on. And any other gratitude that is coming from your heart. Breathe it out. And whenever you're ready, very slowly and sleepily come to meet me in a seat. You can bring your palms together, hands towards heart center. Take a deep breath in. And exhale it out. We'll end our class with the sound of the universe, our Om. And when you Om, you can blossom your fingers and hands open into a Padma Mudra, our lotus, your flower. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Inhale for the sound of Om. Seep in this vibration through the roof of your mouth, your tongue, and throat. Bring your palms together. Inhale, bring your thumbs to third eye center, your inner wisdom, your intuition. We bow forward to seal our practices here today and blossom on and off of our mats. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Leyla, for being an awesome teacher and model. I really felt powerful in our yang practice, turning inwards, and although I fell a bunch, I still felt that it was very empowering and challenging for the inner self, that idea where it's okay if I fall and I need to grow. And I can't wait to retake this class as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being such an awesome model and friend. And like I was saying, I really relate to this theme of the class that we've made together, that we're about to teach live this Saturday, because both you and I were just so tired, like so turning inwards before we started working on Sama together. And I feel like we needed that time to really retreat and like cultivate the wisdom within, and then now we're in the phase of like putting it out to you all. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and we love you.
We love you.